Hello, and welcome to Eyes on Success, a weekly program covering a wide variety of topics of interest to people with vision loss. I'm Nancy Goodman Torpey.
And I'm Pete Torpey.
It's our aim to try and build as personal a tool as possible for people so that they're able to go ahead and do things more independently.
And we'll be talking about how people can do things more independently with some new technologies.
The Envision Glasses is a digital eyewear solution that helps visually impaired people read text, recognize objects, make video calls, and much more. We'll speak with co-founder Karthik Kannan about the glasses and how they are designed to empower low vision people to be more independent and help with everyday tasks. But first, for our tip of the week. This week's tip comes from Karthik Kannan.
When you make a purchase of the Envision glasses for the first time, a lot of users, what they tend to do is they tend to skip the tutorial that comes on the Envision glasses when they first get it. My suggestion is if you're going to buy the Envision glasses, don't skip the initial tutorial that we have, because that gives you a lot of ideas about how to use the touchpad or how to use the different touch gestures that we have on the glasses. You will be surprised at how much learning the gestures will actually make you a pro user of the Envision glasses. So that's my tip for you.
And I think that's a great tip. I am always advising people when they get a new device or new software, read the documentation, go through the tutorials. It will save a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would suggest as well.
The following is a public service announcement from Jonathan Mosen.
On April the 16th at 2 p.m. North American Eastern Time, blind musicians from across the globe are getting together for an online benefit concert for Ukraine. It's called We're With You, and all money raised goes to the World Blind Union's Unity Fund for Ukraine. To learn more, including how to listen and how to perform at We're With You, visit mushroomfm.com/withyou. That's mushroomfm.com/withyou.
Support for Eyes on Success is provided by
aphconnectcenter.org, empowering people toward independence and success by providing blogs, information, and resources for individuals of all ages who are blind or visually impaired. Information and referral line are at 1-800-232-5463.
You are listening to Eyes on Success. Success, 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 success.
Let's start by meeting Karthik and learning about Envision, the company.
Hey, everybody. My name is Karthik Kannan, and I'm the founder and CTO at Envision. At Envision, apart from the day-to-day management of the company, my primary responsibility is in defining what the product strategy for Envision is, and how do we take all the cutting-edge, research that's happening in the field of AI and computer vision and turn them into meaningful products, people in the blind and visually impaired community and beyond as well.
AI being artificial intelligence.
Yes, AI being artificial intelligence, correct.
Most of our listeners and all of your customers have visual impairments. Do you?
I don't have a visual impairment, but I do work very closely with a lot of people who do have some form of visual impairment or the other. I think there's a fair chunk of people at Envision who are visually impaired, and we also have a lot of users who are visually impaired that we interact with on a daily basis.
And how long has Envision been around?
Envision started in 2017, and we first launched a beta of the iOS app in 2017. And the beta was received really well in the blind and visually impaired community at that time. And that really pushed me and my co-founder to start Envision as a full-time thing. And we officially launched the app in 2018. And we continue to develop the iOS app, which was what we launched at the beginning. And there was a lot of requests from the Android community to also build an Android version. So we launched the Android version in 2019. And we also won the Google Play Award for the best accessibility experience in 2019. Yeah, and that's been our journey ever since. And we in 2020 we launched the Envision Glasses as well. And yeah, we've been working on improving both the app and the glasses since then.
Well, that's great. You're leveraging off technologies that you already developed to come out with new and exciting products.
Yeah, that's exactly how we've always done it. We have taken the latest research in the field of artificial intelligence, be it something like, reading text or recognizing faces. And we've taken those technologies, which are, still in its infancy, really worked on it and, try to use them as tools for good. And in this case, we always believed that we could bring the latest technology and help improve access to the visual information around visually impaired people. And in that way, we can go ahead and, definitely also improve their independence. And that's what we've been working on, since the beginning of time with Envision.
Support for Eyes on Success is made possible in part by our corporate partners.
Find out more about partnership opportunities by sending an email to hosts@eyesonsuccess.net.
This week's focus topic is Envision Glasses, a digital eyewear solution that helps visually impaired people read text, recognize objects, make video calls, and much more.
Well, Karthik, in the introduction, you talked about an app that used artificial intelligence to help visually impaired people. And today we're mostly going to talk about your new digital glasses, but it sounds like these fit together. Can you tell us a little bit about what your aim here is and what the function of the app and the glasses generally is? And then we'll get into some specifics.
Sure. So for listeners who are not aware of Envision, Envision is both a smartphone app and a smart glasses solution. And let me start off with what the app does, because that's what came in the very beginning. The app, it's a smartphone app that's available on iOS and Android that can help visually impaired people read all kinds of text, such as letters, mails, or even text that is on a product, for example, product labels or street signs, pretty much from any surface in over 60 different languages. It can also help people recognize faces of their friends and family members, recognize their personal belongings, provide descriptions of things around them, and so on.
So, Karthik, when you say it reads text, I assume the output is as speech?
Yeah. So essentially what the Envision app does is basically captures images and then gives it out as an audio feedback. And the glasses is the next evolution. What the glasses does, it also reads text, it also recognizes faces, it recognizes objects, and there are, of course, some features that are very unique to the glasses. I'll come to that. But what the biggest difference that glasses offers from the app is you don't have to carry a phone and point things around with your hand. So if you're someone who is walking outside, you have a cane or a guide dog in one hand, you have a smartphone in another hand, it gets really cumbersome to use your hand to point things around, and it's not as accurate as moving your head, right? You get more finer motor control when you move your head around. The glasses essentially solves that problem. And since the beginning, when we launched the Envision app, a lot of people wanted to put the same technology that we use in the app onto a wearable so that they can just wear it and do everything that they do hands-free. And that's what the Envision Glasses is. So it does a lot of things the Envision app does, but it does that in a completely hands-free and unobtrusive manner. Of course, there's also one other thing that the glasses does, which the app doesn't do, is it can make video calls. So this is actually one of the most used features of the glasses, where a person who's wearing the glasses can make a video call directly from the glasses to a friend or a family member. And the friend or a family member basically sees the video feed from the camera on the glasses. So they get a first-person perspective of the Envision Glasses user, and they're able to guide them, and help them out, right? This is something that is only possible when you have a wearable, because it's so much more easier to make video calls when you're wearing these smart glasses and looking around rather than having your phone and pointing things around. So that's a small introduction about the app and the glasses.
Do the glasses have their own brain power, or do they need to be coupled with a telephone?
So the glasses comes with its own processors, the brain power, so to speak. What the glasses does is it captures images, it processes or extracts the data from those images, the information from those images, and it speaks it out to them. So the glasses comes with a speaker, a microphone, and it also comes with a processor, and everything happens entirely like independent of the app. You really don't have to carry your smartphone around. You can just wear the glasses and do everything that you do with the Envision app on your phone without having to ever take out your smartphone.
Well, that sounds pretty exciting. And, I've always thought that sometimes blind people need more hands and arms because they're always carrying things like canes or other assistive devices or a guide dog. So it's really nice to have something that just fits on your head and you can wear a little bit more naturally and use it a little bit more naturally.
Exactly. They want something that is non-stigmatizing, that they can wear every day, that is powerful enough for them to do the things that they want to do, like reading text or things like that, without having to take out their phones and without having to use their hands to do it. In fact, what we're working on right now at Envision is we're looking to take this to the next level by also adding voice commands to the glasses. So you could say something like, "Hey Envision, can you read this?" Or "Hey Envision, who's in front of me?" And again, you really don't have to even use your hand to tap on the glasses and go to the right menu and so on.
Can you describe the glasses physically? You said they have a camera, microphone, speakers. Can you describe where those components are and what the overall unit looks like?
Sure. So the glasses, they look like any other pair of sunglasses. You have a thin titanium frame that attaches to a pod on the right-hand side, or the body of the glasses. And on the right-hand side, you start off with a screen. We don't essentially use the screen. Our users don't use the screen, but then the hardware unit comes with the screen. Right next to the screen, there is a smartphone camera. It's a wide-angle camera, and it's able to capture high HD images. If you travel a little bit further from the camera, right around where your temple is, that's where the touchpad is. And then you could go ahead and do similar gestures that you have on voice over a talkback. You could do those exact same gestures on that touchpad itself. It's a multi-touch touchpad, so you could do a 2-finger swipe down. You could do a 1-finger double tap. So all of these gestures that people are used to, they can do that in the trackpad. If they come a little bit further down, right next to your ear, right, you have the speaker and the microphone. You can also connect the glasses to a Bluetooth device. So if you have a Bluetooth headphones or a Bluetooth speaker or AirPods or Aftershocks, you can connect the glasses to them. And right behind your ear is where the processor unit sits. It's a small unit, and it basically has a USB-C port as well. So you can go ahead and connect a USB-C charger to the glasses and charge it. And it also supports fast charging, which means it can go from 0 to 50% charge in about 15-20 minutes or so, right? And the entire weight of the glasses is around 50 to 70 grams. If you want to add prescription lenses to the glasses, that weighs another 10 or 20 grams more. So all in all, it's less than 100 grams.
100 grams is about 4 ounces.
Yeah, 4 ounces. And you can basically wear them like a regular pair of sunglasses. You can wear them the whole day, and you get an 8-hour you get about 5 to 8 hours battery life with the glasses. And if you actually keep them aside, you can get up to a day's 24 hours of charge very easily with the glasses.
You mentioned that the glasses have a screen on them because that's the way the hardware unit comes to you, but you're not using the screen. But I take it if people have partial vision, they can see through the frames or put in their own prescription lenses, as you said. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. If there's someone with low vision or partial vision, they can see a bit of what's going on in the screen of the glasses, right? And yeah, they can add their own lenses if they want to as well.
So these are glasses that someone can use as they're navigating around and throughout the day if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's something that we decided to go with this particular hardware simply because we wanted to build a device that people could just wear for an entire day, whether they're at work or they're at school or they're at home, without having to be fatigued by the weight or and things like that.
Before we can get into some of the specific use of the glasses and how it works. You talked about how it's activated by certain swipe gestures on the frame. And I take it if you're looking at a document, you could recognize the speech. Are there ways of speeding up the speech or navigating through the speech by a sentence or a word at a time? What are the features are in here that make it usable?
I think when it comes to reading text, firstly, what the glasses does is that it gives you, like, let's say, for example, you're trying to scan a letter, right, with the glasses. What the glasses first does, it helps you get the best possible picture of that particular document by guiding you on how to move the document so that it's fully in frame, right? So we've built this really nice, feature which guides you saying, okay, you got to move the document a little bit to the left, a little bit to the top. And once you have the document fully in frame, it takes a picture. And once it takes a picture, it automatically picks out the headings for you. So you can, navigate based on the headings by a paragraph or by a sentence, or just, do like an auto navigation, like where you say, okay, fine, just start automatically reading stuff from start to finish. And once you've read the document, let's say you want to export the document from the glasses, right? So maybe you read this letter and you want to copy a part of this letter and share it with someone else. You can go ahead and export the glasses directly to the Envision app. And you can open up the Envision app. You can just open the document that you just scanned with the glasses, instantaneously. Just copy the piece of text that you're most interested in and then share it with someone.
Oh, that's a really handy feature. That's very nice.
You can also save it within the Envision glasses for, I don't know, for example, if you want to read it at a later point in time, use it. And another thing to mention is anyone who purchases the glasses basically gets access to the Envision app free for a lifetime. So we don't ask you to pay for the Envision app anymore. Once you buy the glasses, you basically get it free. So all the updates that come to the Envision app is also made available to you as an Envision glasses user.
I guess without the glasses, the Envision app usually is a subscription app. Is that right?
Yeah, it's $2 a month, and if you want to, make a purchase of it outright, it's like, $100.
Can you use the glasses to scan in a multi-page document and then have it read the whole thing back to you at once?
Oh yeah, we do have that option as well. We have a batch scan option where you can just take pictures in one go. You can use it to scan books. If you're reading a magazine article, for example, it has different columns. It figures out from left to right, start to finish, how it's supposed to be read, reads it out for you, and you can export the document when you're done to the app and then share it or do whatever you want to do.
In what other ways do the glasses interact with the app on your smart device?
So what we do is we kind of made the app a bit of a control center for the glasses, So you could go ahead and change preferences of the glass. Like, for example, let's say you want to change the Wi-Fi network, right? You don't have to do that on the glasses. If you're someone who's comfortable doing it on the app, you can do it on the app, right? Let's say you want to add a friend or a family member as one of the contacts for making video calls, right? So you could do that very easily with the app. So the app is not required for the glasses to function, but it kind of makes the whole thing a lot more easier to work with.
Yeah, I can imagine sometimes it's easier to do something on your smartphone, which will connect with other devices very easily, rather than doing it on the frame of your glasses. But it's nice to have an option as to how you want to interact with the device.
Yeah.
One of the intriguing features you talked about was facial recognition. How do you deal with privacy issues for that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think, we've been really particular about this ever since, we started working on this feature. This feature has been around for the last 5 years or so, ever since we launched the Envision app. We do this in a way where we don't ever store facial data at all. Like, we don't store like raw images of people's faces. What we instead do is we extract some information about a person's face and store them as raw numbers, in our database. And every time a person takes a picture, what we do is we again take the raw facial data and as raw numbers and just compare those two numbers together and then see if it actually is the same person or not.
You didn't actually say this, but you kind of implied that it will only recognize faces of people you know well enough to have previously taken a picture of them, presumably with their knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. You have to explicitly, teach Envision the faces of a friend and family.
Cool.
What other features or uses of the device would you like to highlight for our listeners?
I think the one thing which was a huge surprise to us, to be honest, when we first launched the glasses, was video calling. And since the time we launched the Envision glasses in October of 2020, we've had more than 20,000 minutes of video calls being made through the Envision glasses, right? Like 20,000 minutes is in my head, it's an unimaginably big number. And it's quite insane because we never thought that feature would really take off. Like we knew it would be like a highlight, but it's actually one of the most used features on the glasses, and the usage is just growing each month. And because people use it for so many variety of reasons, right? Like whenever they feel like, okay, the AI is not good enough and it's not there yet to help me with something. I know people who use it to pick outfits for dates. People use it when they're outside and they need help with going somewhere. For example, we have like a colleague of mine, Yese, and every time he comes to visit the office, what he does is that from the train station, he makes a video call to a colleague in the office, and the colleague actually goes ahead and helps him come to the office safely by helping navigate. Like, I mean, it's just 200 meters from the station to the office, but still, it's quite interesting because every time before we built this whole video calling feature, he had to call someone and someone had to go to the station, pick him up, and then come here. But now, he just needs to like go ahead and like walk directly from the station to the office without, him depending on anyone other than someone just helping him out, giving him the directions when he's walking, right? So that's actually something that when people try out for the first time, it really seems like a magical thing. Yeah, like we're also experimenting right now with a walking group in Ireland who are using the Envision glasses to basically, they have like a trail and they have like an instructor who basically guides them and they walk through the trail. And we have people who go basically reach the summit of that particular hill or that peak, and then they make video calls from there to their friends or family members using the glasses to show them the view from that place. So that kind of stuff is it's something that really surprised us, like the kind of use cases that people come up with for video calling. And that's one thing I definitely want to highlight.
These features must require that people sign up for an additional cellular line?
Not really. So if you're indoors, the glasses automatically connects to an indoors Wi-Fi once you basically give it the password details and everything. If you're outdoors, you could go ahead and connect the glasses to the hotspot on your phone.
Got it. Now, you also talked about that soon you will be providing voice input for the device. What other features should people look forward to in the future?
I think definitely voice commands is one. Voice input is like one big feature because, again, it's not going to be just available in English, but we're going to be making it available in about 10 different languages to begin with. So it's going to be available in Italian, in Dutch, in German, in English, in Arabic, and so on. And it's going to definitely be available for all features on the glasses. So that's one big thing I'm really excited about. Another big feature that we are working on right now, which I'm really excited about, is just like how you teach Envision faces of friends and family members. We're working on a feature where you can teach Envision personal belongings in your life. So you could teach Envision your wallet, your cup, your keys, and Envision would know that, okay, it's looking at your wallet, it's looking at your keys. So you, Peter, you have like your own favorite coffee mug, and you want to go ahead and teach Envision that, you could teach that, and it would differentiate your coffee mug from, let's say Nancy's coffee mug or somebody else's coffee mug or a generic coffee mug in the house. So you being able to teach Envision objects as well as faces, that's also something that I'm really, really excited about, because one, we don't see anyone else doing this right now. And two, this is an incredibly difficult, technical or engineering challenge to overcome. And once we're able to teach Envision how to do that, I think it would be really, really, amazing. Like, I mean, I can't imagine what kind of things people want to teach Envision, and it would truly make the device very personal.
These devices continue to get smarter and smarter and be more and more useful for people with vision impairments.
Definitely. And it's our aim to try and, build as personal a tool as possible, for people so that they're able to go ahead and do things more independently.
You are listening to Eyes on Success. Success.
Now for this week's final item, how to learn more about Envision the company, Envision the glasses, and how to contact them.
Karthik, if people want to find out more about the Envision app or the new Envision glasses, where would you send them?
So for anyone who wants to know more information about the glasses, they can go to let'senvision.com/glasses or envisionglasses.com. So that is www.letsenvision.com/GLASSES glasses, or they can also go to envisionglasses.com, which is ENVISION GLASSES.com as well. And they can go ahead and know more information about the glasses. We're also doing one-on-one demonstrations of the glasses. So if you're in the US or if you're in UK, or pretty much anywhere in the world, we are happy to set you up with either an in-person demo if we have a distributor in your region, or we can also do an online demo of the glasses, like a one-on-one personal demonstration of the glasses, where we will walk you through all the features of the glasses that you're interested in, and you can go ahead and get a demonstration from us. So I would definitely, if you're interested in the glasses, I would definitely request you to request for a demonstration, and either one of our distributors in the region or one of the team members will get back to you and will set up a demonstration for you.
How would somebody request a demonstration or otherwise contact you for information?
They can go to our website, letsenvision.com/glasses. And there is a button right at the very top of the web page, which is called Request a Demo. They can click on the Request a Demo button. It takes them to a fully accessible form. We just need some basic information like your email address and so on, so we can send you, the link to the demonstration, or we can also decide if, you can get an in-person demonstration or if it needs to be an online one. And once you fill out the Request a Demo form, we'll get in touch with you and then we'll set up a demonstration at the earliest.
Is there an email address or something if people have questions?
Yes. If anyone has any specific questions or are having any difficulties, you can go ahead and write to us at support@letsenvision.com. That's SUPPORT@letsenvision.com, LETSENVISION.com.
And do you have a social media presence?
Oh, yes, we do have a social media presence. We're very, very active on Twitter. We're very active on Facebook. So if you just search for Let's Envision, that's LETSENVISION on Twitter or on Facebook, you're going to find us. We're very active there, and we're also quite responsive there. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and drop a tweet to us or write to us on Facebook, and we'll be able to get back to you pretty quickly.
And of course, you can find all of that contact information in the show notes associated with this episode at www.eyesonsuccess.net.
That's it for show number 2213. Next week on Eyes on Success, we'll be talking about the Bookshare Reader, now available for your smart speaker. Bookshare makes books available to people with reading disabilities in a number of digital formats. Now you can listen to any of the over 1 million titles in their collection on your smart speaker. We'll talk with Hema Natarajan, who heads Bookshare's product and reading projects, about new initiatives at Bookshare.
Catch you all next week for that episode.
You've been listening to Eyes on Success, hosted and produced by Nancy Torpey and Peter Torpey.
You can access the full archive of previous shows, subscribe to the podcast, and much more by going to our website, www.eyesonsuccess.net. If you have questions about anything you've heard on the show or have suggestions for future shows, send an email to hosts@eyesonsuccess.net.
Thank you for listening and have a nice day.